When I say Salem witch trials, this is probably the image that most of you have in your head. But no witches were burned at the stake in the Salem witch trials. 19 were hanged, 1 was pressed to death by heavy stones, and at least 4 died in prison for a total of 24 deaths. And that does not even include the 2 dogs that were executed for witchcraft. Over 200 people were accused during the trials. The youngest was a 4-year-old girl who was thrown in jail, and the oldest was an 81-year-old man who was the only person to be pressed to death. Surprisingly, over 50 people confessed to being witches during the trials. For many, it was a choice between confessing and saving your life, or standing trial and potentially being sentenced to death. Which would you have chosen? At least 2 tests involved dunking the accused in water. Strangely enough, if they died, they were viewed to be innocent, but unfortunately for them, they were dead. The cake test was when they took the accused witch's urine, mixed it with rye, baked it, and fed it to a dog. When the dog ate it, the witch was supposed to cry out in pain, almost like a voodoo doll dog biscuit. You were also considered a witch if you had too many freckles, weighed more or less than a stack of Bibles, or messed up while reciting a Bible verse. You could argue the trials were about money. There were intense rivalries growing between the traditional families of Salem Village and the increasingly wealthy families of Salem Town. Just look at how many townies were accused of witchcraft. In the 1970s, a scientific journal stated that the trials could have been caused by a fungal infection in the local rye crops. Eating this fungus known as ergot generates side effects that could have caused the strange behavior seen in the trials.